So this is day 19. Is it day 19 or day 18? I don't know, I forgot. And I am once again in my car trying to do some errands. Anyway, today I'm just gonna reflect on the challenge so far. I should have done this on day 15, but what the hell. So what have I noticed? Well, the main thing is I haven't been consistent. That's the most obvious thing. And I guess that's something that I really need to work on. And I notice it isn't just this challenge. I haven't been consistent on a lot of things in my life as well. And that's a whole other story that I might get into when I need to vent or just do like a therapy session with this challenge. The next thing that I noticed is instead of talking about the niches that I want this channel to be mainly about, this challenge has been more about me. It's been more about it has evolved into like a journal of some sort. So I'm not just talking about my interests, about the things that mainly relate to the channel and all that. I'm mainly talking and venting about life around me, about me procrastinating, me not having any motivation. And I'm kinda on the fence about should I actually change it so that it's more aligned to the channel, or should I just keep it as is so that I actually have a place to like vent. Not vent everything. I'm not gonna share too many personal things, but it's just a place. It can be a way for me to release some tension or selectively release the tension in my life, and maybe even just talk about it, talk about life. And yeah, I'm still on the fence about it. I guess I lean towards more about this being more of a journal instead of just everything aligning really, really well with the channel. Because at the end of the day, the channel isn't about a specific thing. It's about me. It's about the things around me. It's about what I feel. Especially, but yeah, I guess it can be a journal at a point. I'm gonna do that instead of just aligning it with what I have, because at the end of the day it does technically align to what my vision for this channel is. So yeah. Next thing I noticed is even though I don't get too much or too many views, or none at all, from these videos that I've tried to post daily, I have received a few comments here and there, and I really appreciate them. They're not much, but when they do come, it's mostly people being supportive, and I truly appreciate that. And if you are that person that has commented and supported and given your own views, then I'm very thankful. Even though it's not much, because I believe even if it's not much, it certainly helps. Motivating a person, even the smallest things that we do for a person really, really matters. Either we know it or not, it will, or it has changed someone's life in a way. And that goes both ways as well. If you do something bad to a person, even if it's not really something that bad that it'll affect, like if you just steal, let's just put an example, steal someone's candy, steal your coworker's candy from their desk, it might affect them without even you knowing it. So yeah, just try and do good. Even the smallest good you do can and will change something for the better. And I have also noticed comments regarding my mustache. I don't know. I know it's peer pressure, but you guys have really made me think about it. When I first read the comment, it's been stuck in my head. Not every day, but every now and then it reminds me that I might need to shave, because people around me, people who I meet for the first time, will comment about the mustache, saying it does make me look older. And then the people that I know that doesn't recognize me because of the mustache will comment about it. So it's kind of like a conversation starter, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards shaving it, but not the soonest at this point. Anyway, another thing that I've noticed with this challenge, because this is the main goal of the challenge, which is to be comfortable talking to the camera. And to be honest, it has made me comfortable talking to the camera. It has made me comfortable. Has it improved my pacing? Has it improved my ability to make words come out my mouth properly? Well, to be honest, I see slight improvements. Not too big of an improvement, but there is a slight improvement overall. I'm not gonna say I'm more confident. I'm totally super confident talking to the camera, but it has made me a little bit more yeah, obviously comfortable, but it's made me think of it less as talking to the camera, and just, I know the goal is to, like, imagine speaking to a friend, try to speak to friends or your friend group, try to speak to your friend and all that, and try to ramble less. But it's made me feel like I'm talking to myself, which, to be honest with you guys, I'm more comfortable with, rather, compared to imagining that I am talking to a friend. Because I don't know, maybe it's because I spend more time talking to myself in my head rather than talking to a friend, that I feel more comfortable thinking of it that way instead. So this is how this isn't one for one though. This is how I think I speak in my head to myself. But I know there are some hiccups here and there, and I want it to be smoother. I want the words to flow out of my mouth smoother, and I can see slight improvements in that. Even though sometimes I do still take my time, I do still pause a lot longer to gather my words, to gather my thoughts. But I notice that after doing so, I don't stutter. that much anymore. I don't, how should I say this? I don't say anymore. I might not have noticed that, but I haven't noticed it, because I used to notice the the slight yes, I still like try to backtrack myself and repeat myself just to get the words to flow out my mouth. But I noticed that I have more self-control rather than saying maybe I'm gonna say it after this, because it's like a muscle memory. Once I start saying it, even though I consciously say it, I will start to unconsciously say it in a bit. See? Anyway, that's one of the things that I've noticed. Maybe it's not a big improvement, but it is something that has changed. Even my pacing, I want to test my pacing out with a proper video. I mean, I do still feel that I can improve it. I can improve it and make it a lot better, make my pacing a lot better, because like I said, I still tend to repeat myself. I still tend to talk like this instead of being super smooth with it. Anyway, I want to do more videos, but that's the thing about me personally. When there are hiccups in my life, or things happen around me, I tend to get demotivated really quickly, and it makes me inconsistent with what the things I want to do. So let's just say, for example, I mean, this is a real example. It's not like just pulling it out of thin air or anything. I ordered a light from Shopee, which is an online market platform. If you don't know, it's just like Amazon, but it's mainly in Asia, I guess. Anyway, I ordered a light from Shopee and it hasn't arrived yet. It's like 3 weeks already and I'm still waiting. I've tried complaining and all that, and the thing is, it's not the seller's issue, it's the logistics. It's not the seller's fault, it's the courier, which I guess it's technically the official courier of the Shopee platform. Anyway, it's been so long that I kind of got demotivated. I know I shouldn't let that affect me, but I'm still trying to learn how to control my personal emotions when it comes to these things, and not let it affect, I guess, my performance or my consistency. And that's something that I really need to work on. I'm not sure where to start exactly, to be honest, but I guess it's a start that I acknowledge this issue, because each time I encounter any small or minor negativities around my life, I tend to just like shut down. And I'm sure and I hope that I'm not the only one who has experienced this or who has the same traits as me, but I really hope not a lot of people or have this kind of trait. But I do hope people understand that certain people like myself has this kind of trait. And yeah, I guess that's day 19, day 18. I don't know. Tomorrow will surely be the correct day.